What's up, my friend? Today we'll be reacting to Wanna Fight America? Well, the answer is no, but 5 reasons the US military will make you dead. Jesus Christ, okay. Before I go into that, can I ask you for one thing? If you can leave a like on this video, thank you so much for that, my friend. It's the best way to show support. If you can subscribe, oh man, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration. Now, link for the original video in my description. You guys end up recommending this one quite a lot, so let's play it.
Want to fight America? 5 reasons the US military will make you dead.
Okay.
The United States is the most formidable military power the world has ever seen. Arguably, since the end of the Cold War, America has enjoyed a level of dominance unparalleled in history. Neither Rome nor the
Not arguably, this is totally true.
British Empire enjoyed such a level of superiority over rival powers. While the American military is not the largest on Earth, it is by far the best trained and best equipped force on the planet, putting
So the largest is actually China, right? But they don't have the same technology as America.
rivals like Russia and China.
Sorry, went back a bit.
Trained and best equipped force on the planet, putting rivals like Russia and China to shame. But it took generations to develop America's military into the world-beating force it is today. And it wasn't until the end of the Civil War that the US fielded armies that could challenge European militaries on the battlefield. From then onwards,
Honestly, this is a bit mind-blown to me, and I think a lot of Americans may not even think about this. Not that long time ago, America was, did not compete with a lot of countries, and right now is number 1 by far. If you really put in perspective, this was not that long time ago,
it took 2 world wars before the US military finally established itself as the most dominant force on Earth. Here are 5 of all-time deadliest innovations in America's arsenal.
That's it.
Number 1, the Gatling Gun. First fielded during the American Civil War, which to this day is the deadliest war in US history with over 600,000 military dead, the Gatling gun was one of the first rapid-fire weapons in history. Consisting of multiple barrels rotating around a central axis, the weapon, invented by Richard Gatling, solved the problem of providing sustained fires for the first time in the gunpowder age. Initially, the US Army, due to the service's conservative nature,
That guy was going crazy. What is that? That's amazing. What?
was reluctant to adopt Gatling's invention. After Gatling had improved on his initial 6-barrel design that fired 350 rounds per minute, the Army did eventually adopt the new weapon. It was first used in 1864 at the Battle of Petersburg in Virginia. After the end of the Civil War, the Army used a 10-barrel Gatling gun that could fire 400 rounds per minute during various conflicts with the Native American population in what are now the Western states. The Maxim machine gun eventually replaced the Gatling gun, but the crude hand-driven weapon heralded what was to come. During the brutal trench warfare of World War I, untold thousands fell to machine gun fire.
I believe it. Dude, what? Jesus Christ. By the way, is this machine gun or Gatling, this looks like a machine gun, that is on the top of the A10 Warthog? Goodbye. Jesus Christ, that was crazy. Holy moly. Holy smokes.
Machine gun fire.
Dude, what?
Number 2, the atomic bomb.
Yeah, this one yeah, I would say it's a problem.
The United States developed the atomic bomb during the height of the Second World War under a program called the Manhattan Project. The project kicked off in 1939 when the Advisory Committee on Uranium told President Franklin Roosevelt that the element would provide a possible source of bombs with a destructiveness vastly greater than anything now known. Work on the bomb went into overdrive after the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, when the United States formally entered World War II against Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan. Much of the urgency was driven by the belief that the Nazis were working on their own version of the bomb. The project eventually succeeded and yielded the two weapon designs that ultimately brought the Second World War to an end. On August 6, 1945, a lone B-29 bomber called Enola Gay, commanded by Colonel Paul Tibbets, destroyed the city of Hiroshima with a single 15-kiloton nuclear weapon called Little Boy. A few days later, a
Little Boy, okay.
21-kiloton yield weapon called Fat Man destroyed Nagasaki on August 9, 1945. Seeing the writing on the wall, the Emperor of Japan ordered an unconditional surrender. The world would never be the same with the dawn of the atomic era.
The only bad thing that America did with this is they should have never let other countries to build their own atomic bombs, because right now, even if I trust America to fight for our freedom, I mean, imagine if Putin goes, bam, you know, that can be problematic, I guess.
Number 3. Precision-guided weapons. Since the 1970s, one of America's decisive advantages in war has been the ability to hit targets precisely.
So there is technology that you guys, not you, actually I believe a lot of countries have this, but I find that technology quite amazing that, let's say someone sends a missile to America, you guys have other missiles that go to destroy that missile. That's crazy if you really think about it.
Most of his
And I saw with the Jesus Christ, I saw with the Israel stuff going around right now that they have basically some type of they have a protection around Israel. Is something is a crazy technology, and I suppose you guys also have that, right? That's crazy.
history, war has basically been about throwing a huge volume of fire at a target with a small chance of actually hitting anything. The introduction of precision-guided weapons changed all that. For example, when the 8th Air Force launched a massive air raid to knock out German ball-bearing plants in 1943, it launched around 400 B-17 bombers to hit the targets. Most of the bombs, dropped at appalling cost and met an aircraft, didn't even come close to hitting their targets. The pattern has repeated itself over and over, and entire squadrons would be launched to hit a single target. More often than not, they wouldn't hit a thing.
Okay, yeah, and they end up spending a lot of money in all of those bombs. Okay, this was a problem for sure.
That all changed towards the end of the Vietnam War. In 1972, laser-guided bombs allowed U.S. Air Force and U.S. Navy jets to hit targets precisely. Instead of dozens of jets trying to strike a single target in vain, one jet could hit multiple targets during a sortie. While in 1972, there were only a handful of precision-guided weapons available, in 2015, almost all weapons dropped from American warplanes are precision-guided. Precision-guided weapons have given U.S. forces the edge for the past 40 years, but
The edge, but I mean, Russia and China should have this also, right?
it's an advantage that is starting to slip as other nations develop their own
Okay.
equivalent weapons.
To be honest, again, you guys know, even though this is a very serious topic, I like to joke, but you know, if you really think about, I'm not sure if those technologies are that good for us, you know. I think if we just have swords, never mind. But if we just go with that, at least we know that nothing can explode all of the sudden. So and now who knows?
Number 4, stealth.
This is scary actually. Stealth is so scary because if you don't see, oh man. And again, this goes both ways. That's the problem, because other countries probably also are working in also this crazy technology.
With the development of ever more capable Soviet surface-to-air weapons during the 1960s and 1970s, the United States Air Force had to come up with a solution to defeat the ever-increasing threat.
Okay.
The answer was stealth technology, which would reduce an aircraft's rate.
Sorry, this still looks like a UFO, alien technology, 100%. So crazy.
Radar cross-section and infrared signature. Ironically, it was a Soviet scientist by the name of Pyotr Ufimtsev who first discovered the equations to develop a low-radar cross-section aircraft. Ufimtsev's work eventually came to the attention of Lockheed engineer Dennis Overholzer, who then developed the configuration for the first stealth aircraft, which he called the Hopeless Diamond. The Hopeless Diamond eventually evolved into the Lockheed F-1.
Dude, what is that? It's so weird. I have this theory, and you guys disagree with me a lot in the comments, but I really believe that a lot of the aliens believe, UFOs believe people have, is because they saw military stuff that they may not be aware, or in general, we are all not aware. Am I crazy to have this take? I don't think so, my friend.
117, the world's first operational stealth aircraft in 1981. From that initial starting point, American stealth aircraft development took off in new directions. The B-2, F-22, F-35, and pretty much every other American stealth aircraft originates from those early efforts to defeat the Soviet air defense system.
You know what's a great idea that I just had? What about making the A-10 Artog a stealth plane? Probably the machine gun is a bit heavy, I would assume, on the top. But can you imagine that plane being... Oh, man, that will be the best plane ever. Man, I had a crazy idea right now. The US military should send me money if they create that plane.
The net result today is the nearly unstoppable juggernaut that is the US Air Force.
Next one, let's see it.
Number 5, drones.
Oh, this is kind of scary also. Because those can go kamikaze, right? There is no one inside.
When Abe Karem first developed the NAT, which eventually evolved in the General Atomics MQ-1 Predator, he probably could not have imagined his invention would herald a revolution in the ways wars are fought. Instead of risking lives over the battlefield, American forces can fight remotely with these new systems. While initially considered a
Sorry, but I should not be laughing at this, but this guy is basically playing a video game that we do not have access. This will be game of the year if it comes out. You know what? You have real maps. This is crazy.
Passing fad, the past 15 years have shown that unmanned aircraft are here to stay, and war will never be the same. The MQ-1 Predator, which was first introduced...
To be honest, the graphics could be a bit better. This is PlayStation 2 type of graphics, but still a great game.
Will never be the same. The MQ-1 Predator, which was first introduced over the Balkans in 1990s, is a crude aircraft.
Okay.
Its follow-on, the MQ-9C Reaper, is a little more sophisticated, but it's the start of something that will change warfare forever. Aircraft like the carrier-based Northrop Grumman X-47B are starting to show the true potentials of such machines. Indeed, aircraft without pilots might be the dominant weapon during the remaining decades of the century.
Oh no, I had the best idea. What about the A10 drone version? That's scary. Actually, drone version and stealth. Yeah, that way you guys do not lose any war. Again, I'm putting crazy ideas out there.
Recently as yesterday, Navy Secretary...
As you guys can see, I really like the A10.
Ray Mabus told an audience that the U.S. Navy will never buy another manned strike fighter again after the F-35C. And if Mabus's vision comes to fruition, unmanned aircraft will give the U.S. unmatched capabilities well into the future.
Okay, so basically this is... okay, I was a bit joking, but this is actually the future. No more planes in the future, everything will be about drones. And makes sense, because that way you don't have the risk to have people dying. To be honest, they will kill other people that will try to kill also your nation, but at the end of the day, I can see the idea. It's crazy. This was a great video, honestly. I mean, I just react to great videos, let's be real. Holy moly. Okay, so let me actually do a quick recap. If you guys want to end the video right now, you can do it, but so the Gatling Gun. Let's see it again a bit. Yeah, this is this is crazy. And yeah, no, this is really crazy. Spits fire like nothing else. The atomic bomb, do I have to say anything about this one? I don't think so. The precision guided weapons, yeah, this is also bad. The stealth stuff, scary. Now the drones, yeah, the drones are also scary. Yeah, I don't want to fight America. I'm actually, you know, someone said in the comments that I'm almost American after reacting to so many videos, so I'm with you guys. That's it, my friends. Hope you end up enjoying this video. I really had a lot of fun. And that's it for today, my friends. Hope you end up enjoying this video. If that's the case, do not forget to leave a like. Also consider to subscribe if you are new to my channel. And also let me remember you about one thing. I have a Patreon community. I put videos there a bit earlier than I put on YouTube. So if you want to support me and have access to early content, go to my Patreon. I will leave a link on my description. Take a look at that. You can also scan the QR code you'll be seeing here. And that's it.